There have been so many misinterpretations on how we are supposed to react in relationships. Also, there are various issues happening in relationships that we have control over them. There are some that we don't actually have control, but we try our possible best to minimize the consequences that comes with it or to harm the relationship. There is one serious thing that is harming and haunting relationships. You might probably have heard of it before, but it is a very serious issue, and we need to hit it so hard for people to understand that it is not okay to be close friends with your ex in your current relationship. When you break up with the person and decide to enter into a new relationship, be true to yourself and let it be like that. In fact, you are entitled to everything that you want to do in your life. But once you have admitted a breakup with the person in the past to the person you are currently dating, you should cut all inappropriate ties with them. And cutting all ties with the person does not necessarily mean you shouldn't talk to the person or hate them. Maybe the grounds for which you both broke up wasn't a bad one, and so you don't want to hate the person or see them as enemies. Cutting ties means that you won't tolerate the person anymore. You see them as acquaintances or someone you know from the past. You don't talk on issues that relate to anything that happened between you two. This kind of thing has been hunting and haunting so many relationships, causing their breakups and sometimes even worse cases. Instances where people in their current relationships keep talking to their exes has been on the rise. Everywhere. They keep talking and chatting with them almost every day. And when their partners see and question them, they will say, oh, it's nothing. It's nothing serious. Or they shouldn't worry about it. Some though, they have no immoral activity going on with their exes. Keep hiding stuff, deleting texts and call logs. Who are you deceiving? What are you actually hiding? Not that you are not entitled to whatever you want to do. When you are in a relationship which is not yet marriage, yes, you are entitled to whatever you do with your life. How you handle your personal stuff. Your personal issues, your privacy, and whatever. Yes, you are entitled to them. There's no doubt about that. But you should understand that anything that you do whilst in the current relationship shouldn't put the relationship into jeopardy. People keep complaining to me about the fact that their partners do not trust them. But they forget that people's trust in you would be based on your past actions and activities in the relationship. Because if you keep talking to your ex very often, at least 3 times a week, or almost every day, then you are giving me room or instances not to trust you or suspect you. Because what kind of unfinished business do you have with that person which requires this frequent talking? They then begin to suspect you for other related matters and mistrust you for them. If it's some of the things that you have not even done. And so when you are in a relationship, you should create that kind of atmosphere for your partner to feel ease, to love and trust you. Because when trust is lost in a relationship, it will be very difficult to gain it back. Very, very difficult. And so in order to prevent mistrust from your partner concerning your ex issues or thinking you are having an affair with them, which may not be true, take a look at yourself and how often you mention them in your conversation with your partner or talk to them. You are supposed to help the person help you to grow the relationship. So you don't entertain your ex, especially on immoral comments and stuff that bring back memories that you both had in the past. Some exes are very naughty, and sometimes they just want to ruin your relationship or cause problems to your relationship. Getting back with them will be the last thing you will even want to do. But once they can't have you, they won't let your current partner also have you. It happens to us every time. And with this one in particular, it doesn't matter whether a guy or a lady. It can happen to anyone. Any of us. Some people just want to ruin your relationship. And exes who are usually guys tend to interfere with ladies' current relationship. And so I would actually emphasize on the ladies' side when it comes to this kind of thing. As a lady, when you are faced with such naughty stuff from your ex, you are supposed to cut all ties with them. Because sometimes their actions will cause problems for you in your current relationship. If you keep tolerating and entertaining their nonsense, men are naturally jealous. So this ex might want to say certain things or make certain utterances that will make your partner think something has been going on or went on, which might not necessarily be true. So when you enter a new relationship, you should increase your standard. Raise your standard. Our respect. You should keep your distance and not tolerate your ex. You shouldn't be talking for long or chatting often, because once you keep talking, one conversation will lead to the other will also lead to the other, and before you realize, you'll be making stupid utterances or tests that may not be good for your partner to see or hear. And sometimes you even go ahead and cheat with them and you regret later. Sometimes you see that when the person chats you actually delete the messages from your phone. What are you doing to yourself? If you've broken up with the person, let them go and focus on your current relationship. So you just create a transparent atmosphere that requires no explanation from you for your partner to know there is absolutely nothing going on between you two. They will know you don't actually chat them often or don't engage in any talk with them. But if you don't create that kind of atmosphere, I'm sorry, then they won't trust you. Because there are people who have been chatting their exes almost every day and their relationships are being ruined. And the annoying thing is that they are not noticing it, because they will talk about things like they want to come back to you. They will talk about, I've missed your cases, the romance, the sex, and others, And once they start talking about that thing and you keep watching and tolerating them, they think that you are so much interested in them and they want to move on to the next level. But if you are able to cut these ties and command some kind of respect between yourself and your ex, with the standard you have created for yourself, it means that it wouldn't get to that point where they will be talking naughty to you or about things your partner might see to cause problems for you too. So hey, know that for you to be trusted in the relationship, you should act maturely and responsibly in a way that would not put your partner into doubts about you. Some people call me and they ask me, I don't know why he doesn't trust me. He thinks I'm cheating or what? If I loved him, I wouldn't have chosen you over him, blah, 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 whatever. When your partner suspects you or doubts you, it means you are one way or the other doing something that is putting you in that kind of position. And so people will always trust you when you are transparent enough. You shouldn't create any vague atmosphere that seem unclear, like I'm seeing clearly, I'm not seeing clearly. Or sometimes you chat with your ex and it may not necessarily be a naughty chat, but you tend to delete it afterwards. So it means that something is going on that you don't want me to see. So if you are open and cut ties with the person and prevent those things from happening, your partner will understand you, and you should be able to do that. This is very easy. Just cut ties with them. Because once you have broken up with them, you should stay committed to the current relationship or the current person. Unless you really want to go back to the person, then break up with your current and then go back to the past and get your heart broken again. So advise yourself and prevent future compounding problems your ex might cause your promising relationship today. Stay blessed.